The Los Angeles Rams have made some really key decisions this offseason on their defensive side of the ball. And we're going to take a look at an article here that points out a few things and speculate a little bit. But the question we are asking in this video, have the Rams done enough to set themselves up for success on the defensive side of the ball in 2024? I'm briefly looking at this article by the First and Tuna podcast. Shout out Big Tuna, a great Rams content creator I just found out about, but I'm already a fan of, hoping to collaborate with him. But he makes 3 observations in this article. One of them I push back on a little bit. The other 2 I like to explore, and I think they're really great questions. But if we look at it here, and again, link to this article is in the description and comments. Make sure to go check it out. It's a very detailed article. I'm not going to have the opportunity here to read the whole thing in this video, but strongly encourage you to go check it out, especially if you're a football nerd that enjoys, the finer details. So the article is titled Fountain of Youth and a look ahead at the Chris Shula defense in LA and how their youth movement can fuel success. So he points out about young stars, key free agents, and splash rookies are in Shula's arsenal, and links Shula's family lineage here, and about creating his own legacy, outlines Chris Shula's career that got him to the Rams defensive coordinator position. But then this is the part of the article I really want to dive into here. He asked these 3 questions. Will the star position be a major factor in this defense? What is the ceiling for middle linebacker Ernest Jones? And can the edge combo of Young and Verse dominate? I would add just questions about, how this Rams defense changes with the addition of all these veteran secondary players, like a Cam Curl, like a Tre'Davious White, bringing Darius Williams back into the fold. And so that's my first kind of pushback here is, will the star position be a major factor in this defense? I think this defense is going to be more different than what Ram fans are giving credit for. Chris Shula is his own intellectual mind. He's not going to be a, reshuffled version of Raheem Morris. Of course, there's going to be similarities. There's going to be, scheme and philosophy concepts that are similar, but there's going to be differences as well. I mean, when you look at the defense that Wade Phillips ran to Brandon Staley to Raheem Morris, in the Sean McVay era, though we've seen similarities of this 3-4 scheme, there have been dramatic differences as well, and just in terms of play calling, in terms of philosophy and scheme. So I think this Rams defense is going to be pretty different. And I don't know if this star position is going to exist, but in the article here, Big Tuna points out that it's Quentin Lake's time to shine. And I don't disagree with that title. And I love Quentin Lake, and I think he's going to be a star player. I don't think he's the kind of star player like a Jalen Ramsey would be in that star position role, where you're moving him, all around the field in different capacities. I do think Quentin Lake has a specific skill set that he is very good at, and as long as he continues to develop that best serves the Rams defense. What is the ceiling for middle linebacker Ernest Jones? Again, this just is a great article that Big Tuna gets into the details here. But so can Ernest Jones become an all-pro? Ernest Jones is such a fun player. Honestly, in the Sean McVay era, he's been one of my favorite players to watch develop because he truly has gotten better each and every season. And I'm looking forward to seeing, his rest of his career. I hope that he's with the Rams for a long time. I think that this is the year that Ernest Jones really cements himself as a top-tier defensive player in the NFL. I think Ernest Jones has a shot to be the leading tackler in the NFL. That I don't think that's being facetious, making a statement like that. But yes, absolutely. I think this is the season he becomes all-pro, and I think that helps elevate this Rams defense. But Ernest Jones, what I appreciate about him, he's got a lot of pressure on him, but you can tell he's ready for it. He's been groomed for it. And, dating back to last offseason, when you hear this guy in press conferences, there's a change in his voice. You hear him, have authority. You hear him have that confidence. He's ready to be the game changer that the Rams need him to be. And he was last year. And the third and final question about Byron Young and Jared Verse, putting these two young edge rushers together. One of my greatest criticisms of the Rams defense the past couple of years have been they've struggled at times to generate turnovers, give Stafford and the offense a short field. I think if Young and Verse can get pressure on the edge consistently, we could force a lot of the quarterbacks that the Rams will be facing this year to make some ill-advised throws and create more opportunities for a ball-hawking veteran secondary. This being said, I think that's what the Rams have done to set this defense up for success. Big Tuna in this article points out championship teams typically have one trait in common: ability to pressure the QB consistently. There's that word. Though Sean McVay knows you can never replace a Hall of Famer, you can sure work to rush as one, whether we bring 4, 5, or 6 guys. I'm really looking forward to seeing what this Rams defense looks like this year, and it sounds like Big Tuna is as well. I'm of the belief that the moves that they've made this year, combined with developing young talent from last year as well, has the opportunity to have this be at least a top 10 defense, maybe even higher. So, Chris Shula, we're cheering for you. We're excited for you, and you and this young Rams defense, all these new players, whether they came via the draft or free agency, we're excited to get them all in here and see what they pull off. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to check out the article, link in the description below. And as always, go Rams, horns up, and peace out. Let's go Rams.